The bad baseball tour continues as we welcome you to Phillies Postgame Live, presented by our friends at Cure Auto Insurance. Ricky Pitalico, I'm Michael Barkan. In a moment, Ruben Amaro Jr. from San Francisco. You know, it's not about the numbers, it's about the performance. So Gregory Soto can have not allowed a hit in 17 of 21 appearances this season, and that's all well and good. And he was perfect the other night against San Francisco, but his team needed him in the 8th inning, Ricky Pitalico, and he wasn't there. Loads up the bases, not just one run that would have given him a shot, 3 runs.
Ends up giving up 3 runs. Yeah, it's not good. I mean, the way I look at this, you just went and got swept by Gabe Kapler. That is not. It does not make me happy. I know it doesn't make you happy. Yinglings lager up, and I will say this much: you have to be better than this. I mean, on all aspects. It started with the starting pitching. We go to the 8th inning, and just J.D. Davis comes up, gets a base hit to right field. Haniger's going to foul with a base hit up the middle. This is where you started to know there's trouble brewing right here.
And then the bunt single. They try to sack a guy over, and they not only do that, 2 guys over, but they get him on first base.
Oddly enough, it's a good bunt. You're going to get the sacrifice in. It's actually a smart play by Soto eating that ball because he throws it, it's going down the right field line at that point.
So loaded, no out, now 1 out, and there's the first run in to center field.
Yeah, Estrada just kind of lays into one, kind of serves it out into center field for a big run. Flores then hits one down into left for a base hit, and that's going to score a pair. All of a sudden, you're losing 7-4, and you're saying to yourself, we battled all the way back. And this is how this thing ends out here in San Francisco. They cannot wait to get on the plane right now, I'll tell you that much. That was an embarrassment. Every single game out there was pretty much an embarrassment of some sort.
2-4 road trip for the Phillies. Now 3 games under 500. They've lost 4 straight, and that streaky season continues. Let's go back out to San Francisco, check in with Ruben Amaro Jr., called today's game with Tom McCarthy. Ruben, you're looking at this team, and we keep saying, when are they going to get it together? These performances that we are counting on from some of the guys that have been procured for this season, they're faltering, and I don't mean just barely falter either. What did you think of today?
Well, again, another tough game. I mean, they battled back. It was nice to see them battle back. That showed me a little gumption, but and the bullpen, by and large, did a heck of a job. I mean, you start thinking about Strom, Brogdon, Vasquez, Bilotti, and Dominguez all threw the ball very well, and then, none of those balls, until Wilmer Flores came up with that big base hit to drive in 2 to sort of put the nail in the coffin. I mean, they didn't really hit the ball that hard, but hey, they base hit Gregory Soto to death. I mean, he had pretty good stuff and was electric yesterday. It's just a matter of the team being very inconsistent on pretty much every single side of the ball except their bullpen. The bullpen has actually been pretty good. Other than that very last inning by Soto, I mean, the bullpen has thrown well. It was just a clunker from Taijuan Walker today. Just did not set the right tone. He struggled to throw strikes. And the Giants, they just basically outplayed the Phillies. They got enough base hits, and they put it away on them.
Ruben, talk me down a little bit, because I want to be a firm believer that this team is going to be in the great range at some point. I have that belief. Why should I still have that belief right now? Because every time we say, I mean, they're going in, they're playing inferior teams. The Giants are an inferior team to them, and they go in there and get swept by them and Gabe Kapler, which bothers me even more, I think.
Well, it's not good. I mean, it's simply it's not good. And I guess it's part of baseball, but when you have like so many guys really not swinging the bat all that well, Trey Turner's struggling. It's nice to see Bryson Stott swing the bat better, and Bohm. But the big boys have to step up and come up with some big base hits. They did get Turner on first base at the end of the game. I think it was in the 8th inning. They did not move him at all. He did not attempt a steal, which was very surprising to me.
Why is he not stealing,
especially
Ruben?
After Harper made an out?
Why is he not stealing? Last night he had 2 throws. The pitcher threw over twice, and he still didn't attempt to steal.
Yeah, I'm curious. I think I'm going to try to actually have a conversation to find out what is the reason behind it. There are times when you do not want to run behind, in front of some of the big hitters in your lineup. but sometimes you don't get great jumps. And stealing bases, you can slump with those as well. If you don't feel comfortable on your jump, you don't feel comfortable to go, then sometimes you just got to pull the chute. But that said, that's part of his game that we expect to have blossom a little bit. We just haven't been able to get the big base hits when they're necessary. I mean, and the Giants did. The Giants, put the bat on the ball. The base hit has become something of value again, which I don't understand why it wasn't valued before. But now just a single base hit actually is important, and the Phillies haven't been able to come up with those base hits here lately.
Yeah. You look at this team, a 2-4 road trip against inferior competition. I know they're all major league teams. We get that, and everybody can beat everybody else. But you got to make hay when you have aspirations.
You have to win these games. What do you think? You think the Atlanta Braves are going to go out there and get swept out there in San Francisco? If they do, they do. But I'm just saying, you have to be able to win these games. These are winnable games. These are teams that you are better than. You continue to go out there and lose to teams that are under you. That's a problem to me. You have to be able to slam the door in these teams' faces. They did not do that. They got beat. They got beat down out there in San Francisco, and they deserve to lose all 3 games. I don't even want to, put any sugar on top of this one. They didn't deserve to win one of those games. Taijuan Walker was terrible. All right, there's no other words for it. He threw 40 pitches. He threw, 21 strikes? 19 balls, 21 strikes. Hate to tell you, that's not getting anything done. And go even further with that, they took 15 swings. 5 of those balls were in play. There were 4 hits. The other 3 of them were hit for foul balls. I mean, you're not missing any bats.
No, but I'm surprised at the result.
This road trip.
Yeah.
After the way it started.
Yeah, back-to-back road trips. Start first 2, win the first 2, and then lose the next 4. So we got to figure out a way to be more consistent. We're going in these streaks of wins and then losses. But that'll even itself out.
How do you do that?
I don't know. Yeah, it's just one of those things, and we'll get it together.
After Walker's last 2 starts, it looked like he was figuring things out. How disappointing was that to see it, and what do you think it was in that first inning?
Well, he's just a little erratic, and the 2 walks in the first inning, he really only gave up 1 hard hit ball, but and it all started with runner on, 2 out. So it was just kind of strange, but I didn't take him out because he was pitching poorly necessarily. It was just pitch count. He was at 40 pitches, and really 35 is sort of my max for an inning, and I just want to keep him healthy more than anything.
Just his fastball command wasn't there. It looked like he had trouble.
Yeah, there was, the ball to strike ratio was not what he normally is, and you have days like that. But I felt really good about the bullpen. They did a great job, and we battled back. Big spot in the 7th inning. Marsh bunt base hit to get first and second. I thought about bunting there, but I felt good about the matchup. In hindsight, probably should have bunted, but I did feel good about the matchup.
And then the 8th with Soto. This is a guy that usually gets some swing and miss. They put 7 straight balls in play on him.
Yeah.
Is that hard to believe?
Yeah, it is. Because he's been pitching so well, and he's been missing a lot of bats. And, they just touched him up today a little bit. So again, that happens. He's got to get back on it, but I have a lot of trust in him. He's been fantastic.
We've talked a lot the last few days about runners in scoring position. I think it was 2 for 39 in the last 4 games.
Yeah.
With the capability of this lineup, I know you go through it during the course of a year, but 2 for 39, is that kind of hard to wrap your head around?
Yeah, it's not good, that's for sure, but I think that stuff evens out eventually. And JT had a big double with runners in scoring position today. So, and I love the fight in the guys. We got the winning run to the plate in the 9th, coming after we give up 3 in the bottom of the 8th. So they keep fighting. I'm proud of them for that.
Do you see guys pressing? Even there's a lot of veterans, Turner, Schwarber, the guys that have kind of been scuffling. I know Turner had a couple hits today, but
yeah, and I think there are times when guys, when you're, going through some losing, and just guys try to do too much. We talk about it all the time, but they just got to settle in, keep moving the line, and stay within themselves. And,